Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today, I'm gonna show you my first run on step 100, and just so that you know that it is my first run here, you can see that I'm on 99. So, before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So, this stage is kind of hard. For the sake of convenience, I'm going to show you the build after I beat the boss. If you want to skip to the end, see the build, and then listen to my comment, that's fine. But like, it's likely that I have to do this more than once. And besides, we're gonna be fishing for effects. If there is extra boss EHP or and suppress type reduction, these two, if we have these two effects, I cannot beat the stage. And I mean any of those. So yeah, I have to fish for the right effects, unfortunately. I don't like fishing for effects, but this boss is hard. I need more damage and penetration, but I don't have like options for penetration. So yeah, I'm gonna be using some potions if needed be. And I'm going to give you some comments. Of course, no. So one of the biggest disadvantages of this boss is the fact that it has invincibility frames, a ton of them. And when it does, when she gets airborne, this works. When she gets airborne, she is going to confuse the AI. It's not like inflict confusion. No. The AI doesn't know where she is, so they start to go to weird places and they may fall into the fire pits. So that's really, really bad. Remember, needs to enhance a little bit, tweak even the AI against this specific boss, in my opinion. Just a little tweak could make this a little bit more bearable. So let's see. Yeah, these effects are fine. So the first thing that we're gonna do is that we're gonna do one step, if we can say that is a step, one step ahead, and then we use Nova, Supernova. Then we stay as close to the enemy as possible because we want Phantasma to launch her skill. Come on, there. So that we have an attack buff. And we need at least three supernovas. If we go beyond 3 supernovas, we have a very little window of opportunity. Look, like, this is barely manageable. We always want to see the animations, but if you do more than 4 supernovas, you're not gonna beat the stage. I can tell you that much. So first I use supernova, and then I escape super fast while attacking, and I want to go to the corner so that I put the fire pit away from the battle. You want to pilot your range characters. They're gonna be super useful, and whenever the super armor is down, you want to get as close to the enemy as possible and use your supernova. If the enemy doesn't have the super armor down, it is a risk to apply to activate supernova. Just keep that in mind. It is not a bad idea, just it is risky because you might miss your attack because of the invincibility frames. That's a thing. Okay, I think I did hit it. I hope that Phantasma is able to cure herself. I changed it and now she's mixed. Like, both Lapis and Phantasma are mixed. No, that's not the direction. There. Come on. I move. Okay, I already beat Lina because I can see the debuff icons. I have the microphone in the way, just so that you know. It's kind of difficult to do this because it is bulky and I cannot see like half the screen. But even so. Okay, I do this. I wait for the armor break. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Armor break. Now that the armor is break, the super armor is break, I use supernova. I don't want to do it otherwise because there is a considerable chance that I might not hit the enemy. Like I did it right now, but it is risky. One more thing: the fireball counts as an enemy for some reason. It is awkward, and it might uh, hinder your runs. You might be about to finish, and then suddenly, oh, there's an enemy alive, and you just miss because of the timer. Keep that in mind. You want to use your ultimates ASAP and see all the animations. Always see the animations. You want to be in this circle to gain attack. And oof, maybe I can do it in one run. I hope so. It would be the best thing in the world. Come on, break that super armor. Break, 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 break. No! No, 14 seconds. I'm not gonna do it, guys. Nah, nah. Well, a shame. So I have to keep fishing. It is a ton about luck. This strategy gets enhanced if you use double white Feather. You can equip it onto Lapis, because with the Spear Barrage, Lapis is going to be viable enough as an armor break character. Yeah, because you want consistency. You can even change Lapis for another attacker or like very aggressive attacker with multi-hits so that you just delete the enemies. Let's see. Well, I would say one more time, but first we have to fish for those effects. No, this definitely not. It has both the effects that I don't want. Oops, yeah. Like I'm using the keyboard too. And I'm gonna put, let's say 7. Something like that. So that I can fish. No. It has boss HP up. And I cannot deal enough damage with that. Come on, give me protection against assist. Give me damage. Oh, well. Some of these effects are bad, the particle decrease in particular, but I think I can manage-ish. Let's see. Like this is good, I guess. I just do this. Break that super armor, yes. And use your skills. Most of the run is going to depend on whether or not the other characters use their skills properly, basically. But if they do, then it's gonna be pretty easy. And if White Feather ASCAP procs, that's another thing. Okay, there we go. Nice. I wait the whole animation. I use this, I get away. Activate Lava Serpent. I mean, I bet that you would be able to beat this no problem if you do have the renewal weapon from Asteroid, which I only have one copy of. So obviously, I'm struggling with this. At least I get value from the Wicked Star weapon because it enhances my Lava Servant. So yeah, there. Come on, break. Perfect. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, Ingrid is already... No, Lina is already dead. That's one thing. Okay, come on. There. Break that super armor, break that super armor, break that super armor. There. Nice. I still have enough time, I think, to actually beat this boss. Nice. And I got the attack up also. Break that super armor. There. Yes, if I try to do it without the super armor being broken, it would be quite risky. Because sometimes the supernova just disappears because there's no target. Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna do it, guys. We're gonna do it. I'm just gonna supernova and immediately ultimate. And then I go back to activate Lava Servant while doing this. Okay, no target, no target, no target, no target, no target. Come on, just break it, just break it. There. Well, I didn't need to break it. So yeah, that didn't take as many tries as I was expecting. Trust me, the effort it took to go from 95 to 100 was a lot. Yeah, like everything was bearable until 95. So yeah, let me show you the strategy. What I'm using here. So Lapis. Lapis is the healer, of course. She is going to be... let me show you the stats first. I'm using this, and these are the customs. And now, the weapon. I am using Gloom of Worshipper because I need the damage. That's why. Not that I like this weapon, but honestly, there isn't a better weapon for this specific enemy. Maybe the SR, this one, but we're trying to break the super armor, so I guess not. Also, not Swordfish could be usable because you can spam your ultimate. So yeah, that's another option. If you redeem that, then you can use not Swordfish. But Gloom of the Worshipper is going to enhance the damage of Spear Barrage and give us a buff to inflict more damage. That's where we're using it. Obviously, we have Anti-Human Megatamas with Earth attribute to reduce damage taken. Whatever weapon, 5 out of 5, plus 15, both of them. Whatever Megatamas. Spear Barrage, we don't care about the third effect because it is just critical rate increase and it's VR. We are not critting. Pierce Dash because I need more HP recovery. I'm relying on the super armor break so that I stop the enemy from attacking rather than using defense reduction to diminish the damage. So I only need to heal. That's the only thing that I need. Gem support for the same reason. I need to heal. Then, for supporters, Mido Haruka. Use Mido Haruka. On the main, you're not going to get an active, but that means that you have one less thing to worry about with your stage effects. If there's a cooldown increase for the active, it doesn't really matter. And you get two great effects. 40% damage reduction from humans and 60% damage increase against humans. Arabella and Yukina. If you have things that give you more damage than Arabella and Yukina, go for those. Like, White is an excellent option, but mine is S level 1, I need it S level 5. Let's see. And preferably use it with... I mean, Lapis can use it because of Spear Barrage. It pairs well with it. But another thing that you can use is Heaviko. Heaviko is another great option, but look, 2 S level 2, so I'm not using it. You can go with any other supporter that you like from any color, as you can see. Use whatever you have that you think that fits your strategy. Then, Phantasma. Phantasma is a key component here. I was using it red. If you watched the previous video, it was a red build, but I needed to increase my damage, and I don't have enough supporters. So these are the stats and the stats from the customs. The weapon is 4 out of 5, and this one is 5 out of 5, plus 13, both of them. Water Magatamas, human, whatever Magatamas. I am using Succubus Whisper. It is a shame that I don't get the set effect, but it's still worth it. Why? Because I need a big AoE. Compared to the AoE of Twister Dance that uses the same command, the AoE is wider, and that allows me to hit both Ingrid and Lina. That's why I'm using Succubus Whisper, even though I'm not using the set effect. Also, the damage increase is really, really good, as it allows me to just deal more damage and be able to melt the enemies. Well, not melt, you saw it. I can deal enough damage to beat the enemy. Then, we use Phantasmal Shade. Phantasmal Shade, it is good on this stage because it gives us a way to get away from the enemy while dealing multiple hits, which are going to proc White Feather Aska. And Clinging Nightmare, we only need 2 green supporters to get the 2-second duration increase, which is really, really good. 6 seconds it's going to be active and only 4 seconds downtime. We really want this because it deals a ton of multi-hits, which are going to break the super armor. Obviously, White Feather Aska. No debate. This is the only viable strategy you can use against this. Why? Well, maybe Mind Control could work too, but you need to build Oboro as a main attacker, not as a supporter. Why? Because most of the time the enemy is going to be unaffected by debuffs, and then they're going to do their attacks that have invincibility frames. So breaking the super armor is the only way you have to stop them. That's why I think that this is right now the only viable strategy. Especially for higher floors. Like, there's other strategies you can use for lower floors, it's fine. But other than that, if you want to be efficient, it's very difficult without White Feather Aska. Misaki to increase damage. No debate. Before I was using Hisui, and you can also use this one. I don't have it at the right enchantment level, but you can use Punisher Yukikase to reduce damage. But I decided to risk it and just dedicate myself to rely on RNG, basically. So I decided to change it for Nano. Where is Nano? Nano. Yeah, those two are going to give you 90% damage increase. That's huge. If you want to use Heavy Comb, well, maybe, but it's not as big. Keep that in mind. Then, lastly, we have Astaroth. Astaroth, these are the stats. She's maxed out. These are the customs. She's almost maxed out. The weapons are 5 out of 5, plus 15, both of them. We only take advantage of the enhancement on speed for Lava Servant. We're using Wind Anti-Human, whatever effect, whatever Magatamas, whatever element, Viridian Weapon, yeah. So, we're using Fire Blast because we want to pilot a range attacker. Most times, Ingrid is going to launch well, to launch her fire pit against the character that you are piloting, which makes it really, really good to pilot a range attacker because you can do what I did. You go to a corner, you wait for the attack, and also keep in mind that using perfect dodge skills that give you some kind of benefit, like in the case of Asteroid, it deals more damage thanks to Lava Servant. It's gonna be pretty effective because you can just make those fire pits into an advantage rather than a disadvantage. One thing to take into consideration about the fire pits is that when the AI doesn't know where to go, sometimes they go to the fire pits and you will have to manually change into that character and get out of the pit, because if not, they can get stun lock. Now, let's continue with those skills. Obviously, Supernova to deal damage. As you saw, you can use Supernova, yes, whenever you want, but I strongly recommend that you time it most times with time it most times. Okay, time it in most situations when the enemy have the super armor down, because if you don't, there's a chance, and not a small chance, that you may launch your skill or cast your skill when the enemy becomes invincible. Lastly, Lava Serpent. Fortunately, we get damage increase on blue, so it's pretty good. For supporters, guess what? I have another Mido Haruka. This stage made me build a second Mido Haruka. Like, I already had it, but I didn't have it enchanted. Now I do. It's pretty good. Onisaki Kirara to increase damage, and Arabella to increase damage. As I mentioned, for Astaroth, white is a better option than Onisaki Kirara. So if you can use this, that will give you more damage and you wouldn't struggle. Besides, if you use this weapon, the Renault weapon, you won't have as much troubles as I did. I bet. Unfortunately, I don't have that weapon. I didn't think, or well, I didn't have the resources, I think, because I did roll. I don't remember, but the thing is, this stage is really, really, really difficult. You have to be really aware of all the interactions, and at the very end you're going to notice that the only reliable strategy is to use White Feather Aska. If you have the double White Feather Aska combo, then you can open a bunch of different doors and use different combinations. Like, you can use Shizuru, she can be your pseudo healer, and with that and who else? And Phantasma, you're gonna have no trouble with this, and you can go mix with Phantasma is fine. You can also use, I wouldn't recommend Francis. I mean, she has a good amount of multi-hits, but she's kind of slow. I've been postponing her video. I'm gonna do it, but there's a ton of issues with her. I can tell you that right now. But let's continue. Felicia, not a good option. I'm thinking Eleanor is kind of a good option for that strategy. Obor is also a really great option. It's probably the best one that you can use if you want to go double White Feather Aska. So yeah, guys. Unfortunately, human and machine are at a disadvantage due to the fact that they don't have dedicated healers, and due to the fact that they don't have enough supporters that enhance the whole party. Like, there's a handful of them, and I really mean a handful. For example, this enhances damage from machines, but only to 16. Compared to Spinel's 28, it's really difficult to compete with that. So Gremory, you know what to do. Add healers for the other traits, and also add more supporters that enhance the other traits party-wide, I mean. So yeah, that's about it, guys. It was truly difficult. I hope that you do not despair over this VR. Just farm lightly. Yes, you want to do the challenge. You don't have to do it in one go. Trust me, the and Ingrid and Lina strategy is gonna become really, really viable once you get both weapons at 5 out of 5. This stage screams use these two along with who? With Lapis, yeah. Lina can perfectly do the role of Super Armor Breaker. So, yeah. The only issue is that you have to be really, really careful with the fire pits. You have to control them. You have to run away whenever you see Ingrid flying. So you put the fire pit at the right place. So, yeah. That's it, guys. I hope you farm this at a comfortable pace and don't despair. And I'll be seeing you next time. Bye.